Could Issa Diop be swapping the London Stadium for Craven Cottage this summer as Fulham are after our French centre-back? Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. This is the Transfer Speculation Show, keeping you up to date with all the latest West Ham transfer news. So, for once we are actually talking about a potential outgoing. It does not feel like we've done that for a while, but quite frankly, I'm happy about that because we don't really need to let anybody go because we haven't got enough players in the first place to be in the position to let anybody go. But I think Issa Diop is one of the more likely options of players to leave the club this summer. We've already signed Aguerd. Yes, I know we were really pushed to the boundaries with centre-backs last season, but we were incredibly unlucky, losing Ogbonna for the whole season, then Zuma, then we lost Dawson, and all at different times. But I think that will happen again next season. And I think we are in a position that we can just about justify selling Issa Diop, especially for our valuation. I think will be very good. I think we signed him for around £23 million back in 2019. If you cast your minds back to then, wow. What a Rolls Royce we had. I think it was after the Manchester United game in 2019, everybody started to nod their head as if we've got a proper centre-back there. And then, things started to go onto a decline. And then we come into the recent, couple of years where he has massively fallen out of favour with David Moyes. And he's had game time. And yes, to be fair, you can't slate the lads. When he's come in, he's actually played really well on most of the occasions he has. I think it was Burnley away. Was it last season or the season before? He came in and he had one game he did really poorly in, but another one, I think it was last season, he came in and he did a really good job. But it's just unfortunate that we've got better centre-backs ahead of him, If you count Aguerd, you've got Aguerd, Zuma, Dawson and Ogbonna. You've got 4 centre-backs ahead of him. And I wouldn't blame him. What is he, 24, 25 years older to Diop? I wouldn't blame him for wanting to go and play first-team football. If I'm completely honest with you, the guy was born in 1977. So let's do a bit of quick maths. The guy's 25 years old. He's in the peak of his career, and he's not playing football, which is not what any which is not what any player wants. He hasn't really gone off kicking and screaming about not playing, which is good. But I think his time has come where he's gone, you know what? I want to play first team football, and I think he will get that at Fulham. He's still in the Premier League. Yes, of course, he's going to be at a lower level of Premier League football, but he's still at a Premier League club. He's going to get first team matches, which is what he wants, and I think it's a win-win for all of us. But the issue comes in where we talk about what's actually happening here. So many sources when you go on Twitter are talking about it. Many from RMC Sport by saying Issa Diop could and maybe is expected to leave West Ham to join Fulham for around £20 million. Then you've got the more reliable from our side of things, sources like Dharmesh Sheth from Sky Sports saying there is a gap in valuation between what Fulham are prepared to pay and what West Ham United want for Issa Diop. West Ham's valuation is thought to be £20 million. Talks will continue, however. So, and as well, Lyon are in this as well. So apparently Fulham have now hopped over Lyon in the race to sign Issa Diop, but apparently we're just a few £1 million short on what we want and what they want to pay for Issa Diop this summer. So maybe if that can get resolved, I think it is time to part ways with Issa Diop. We are going to make a small loss on him because I think we paid £23 million for him, but he's given us some good times. He's been quite a good servant to the club, just not quite good enough for first-team football week in, week out. Not quite made for the Premier League, but good luck to him if he does leave West Ham this summer. Of course, I'm sure we all wish him the very best. So there we go. Do you want Issa Diop to leave this summer? Do you think we can justify letting Issa Diop go this summer? Have we got enough centre-backs to let him go? Or do you want to just let him go to start with? Or are you a fan of him and want to keep him? Put all of your thoughts into the comment section down below. This has been the West Ham Unofficial Transfer Speculation Show, keeping you up to date with all the latest transfer news. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you soon. The place to be is right here on West Ham Unofficial. Bye-bye.